Good evening, my dear warriors. Let me know if I'm audible and visible to all of you quickly in the chat box. This is your Captain Shreyas on the Vedantu JEE English channel, and we are on the 22nd January, shift number 1, the morning shift, paper discussion of 2026. Welcome aboard Dharan, Kavizal, driver, Louis, Mr. Tamizan. Hi Dharan. Hi Pravantik Ka. Welcome Chenjay. Hi Sanjit. Yes, Sabri. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Now the analysis, what we saw, initial reactions. Based on that, the paper was actually very normal. It was average. In fact, the maths difficulty is not as hard as 2025. In fact, students are saying yes, the questions were doable, but some questions were lengthy, definitely. But apart from that, physics paper, at least the first few questions which we have seen are straightforward and good distribution. So students who followed my strategy, who followed our guidance into which questions, which topics, which models to be solved in the last couple of months, 100% have done very well. So my dear warriors, it's time to now discuss and see whether you got the right answer, and also for the evening shift and for tomorrow and day after and even 28th shift, many kids are eagerly waiting to see what kind of questions have come. And I know now you are even more excited to give the paper and get done with it and start preparing for the second attempt or CBSE or for JEE Advance. How many of you are expecting a very average or a normal paper and not a difficult paper like how it was in 2025, and are actually now looking forward to give this particular examination? Let me know quickly in the chat box. Yes, your Thalaiva is here. Was it tough? Is it? Let's see. Maybe few questions might be tough, then we'll get to know in the due course of paper solving. And remember, the Eklavya batch is going to soon start for the JEE Advanced preparation. The links are there in the description box. If you are already confident or you are seeing that, okay sir, I'm going to clear the JEE Mains definitely in January itself, I think you should be now targeting JEE Advanced. Yeah? So let's begin with the class, and here it comes, the first question on your screen. Two discs are having same inertia, thickness are different, the radius ratio is 1/2, then find the ratio of the thickness. Disc, same moment of inertia, so what will be the ratio of their thicknesses? So the logic is as follows. First of all, their masses are not given, and masses will be different, because if you visualize a cylinder, visualize a disc, it's like a thin cylinder of thickness and some radius. So the mass will be density multiplied by the volume, and volume will be pi r square, which is the area of the circle, multiplied by the thickness, same like the volume of a cylinder. Now this is the mass. What about moment of inertia? It is mr square divided by 2. So it will become rho pi r square into thickness into r square by 2, which means it will become rho pi r raised to 4 into thickness divided by 2. That is your moment of inertia. Now as per the given question, you can see the moment of inertia is the same. So I same, rho is density, which is the same, pi and 2 are constants. So therefore r raised to 4 multiplied by t is going to be the same. So if you ask me what is the radius ratio and all of that and put it over here, we'll get the answer. R1 raised to 4 into T1 is equal to R2 raised to 4 multiplied by T2. So therefore T1 divided by T2 is R2 divided by R1, because R1 will come below, whole raised to 4. Now R1 by R2 is 1/2. So R2 by R1 will be 2/1, and this raised to 4, 2 raised to 4 is obviously the number 16. So C for your Captain Shreyas, guys. That is the answer. Very good, Maheshwar Shefali. Amazing. Amar Dharan. Very good, Sheikh. Very good. Very good. Very good, Purnima. Very good, Roshan. Very good, Vishal. Amazing, man. All right. Let's move to the next question on your screen. Now, a lot of people, when they saw this question, they thought, sir, this is a question on the growth of current and, growth of, LR circuits. But yes, although it is, you don't even need to know any kind of formula of growth of current in a LR circuit, because if you read it carefully, you will realize the question is actually much simpler. In a series LR circuit, the voltage is given, inductance, resistance is given. Find the energy stored when the current reaches 1 by E times of the maximum value. So what happens in a LR circuit is the current gradually grows and finally reaches the steady state value. So if this is your inductor, this is your resistor, and this is your battery, the current in this particular circuit grows like this, and finally it reaches a maximum value. The maximum value of that current is the EMF divided by the resistance. It behaves as if the inductor is like a wire. So this EMF is already given to me, which is how much volts? 10 volts. The resistance is also 10 ohms. So that is basically 1 ampere. Now, as per the given information, the current reaches 1 by E times. So what is the energy stored? Energy is half L I square. But remember, this current is the maximum current divided by E. That is what is given in the question. The current is reached 1 by E times. So 1 by E will be somewhere over here. So that is the value of the current which I am figuring out. This is our standard formula. So I did not even use any kind of, formula for growth of current in the LR circuits. That was not needed. So many kids might be thinking this is bonus, but no guys, this is not at all a bonus question, right? And then just substitute the values. Inductance is 10 milli, milli is 10 to the power negative 3. I max, we just got it as 1. So 1 square divided by E square, guys. So this 10 to the power minus 3 is taken out. So 10 divided by 2 multiplied by E square, and this is nothing but millijoules. Now this value you can calculate it, okay? E value 2.7 and all of that. If you substitute, you will definitely get the answer as 0.67. 0.67, yes, very, very good. Energy density was asked. Well, if energy density was asked, then what will you do? What will you do, guys? Yep, it is nothing but half epsilon naught E square, that is for electric field. Now this is nothing but magnetic field. So half B square by mu naught. B square by mu naught. That is the energy density formula. But sir, I do not know B, I do not know the value of how magnetic field is related to the inductance and all of that. Yeah, so don't worry. What you can do is, you can write this magnetic field as mu naught Ni, and then you will get the answer. So the energy density will be half B square by mu naught, and this B value when you substitute, it will become mu naught square N square I square, and this will be again mu naught over here. Mu naught will cancel. So you will be left with half mu naught into N square into I square. Now I think the value of N would have been given in the question somewhere. So here it is not given, but if N is given, then you can definitely get the answer, because mu naught value everybody knows is 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7. N should be given in the question, and the current we just got it as 1 divided by E. That's it. So that's how you can get it. Is that okay, my dear students? Yeah, understood the concept behind it, understood the logic behind it. So expect maybe in some other shift, maybe RC circuit might come, maybe decay might come, but you might not need the formulas. You should know steady state, inductor behaves like a wire and capacitor behaves like a open circuit. If you know that concept, it helps a lot in solving the question. Alright, this I have told you before also. There is a particle which is thrown at 60, and when it makes 45 degrees with the horizontal, the speed becomes 20. What is the initial velocity? We have done this kind of question, long time back also, but still we will understand how it works. So what happens is, over here, you throw that projectile at a good angle of 60 degrees with respect to the horizontal, but as it goes and it climbs up, somewhere or the other the angle will reduce and eventually might reach 45 degrees, then it will eventually become 0 degrees before turning back. Now when it makes 45 degrees, the speed is becoming 20 meters per second. What is the initial velocity they have asked? Now during the projectile motion, it is the horizontal velocity which remains a constant, because the acceleration is absent in the horizontal direction, so no rate of change of velocity. So initial horizontal component will be u cos of 60, and then final component will be 20 cos of 45 degrees. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2. Cos 60 is nothing but half. Root 2 will cancel. This will just become root 2 over here. So u divided by root 2 is nothing but 20. So therefore, u is 20 root 2 meters per second when you shift root 2 on the top. So 20 root 2 is the answer, which is B. Yes, Sanjit. Yes, Sabri. Yes, Sailesh. Yes, Dharan. Yes, Aesthetic. Very good, Sailesh. Very good. Amazing. Amazing. All the best. Official YouTube spam. Very good. Amazing. You guys have an exam very soon. So please make sure that you're watching every single question, because these models are getting repeated. PYQs are getting repeated model wise, pattern wise. Also, whatever we did in the month of January, December, mock tests, problem solving sessions, marathons, all those topics, all those sessions are so important now, because I'm seeing so much of resemblance in the actual paper versus what I did. Yeah, paper was easy. It was not as tough. Overall level was easy. Yes, chemistry, some questions might be moderate level. They are not hard. Physics, some topics feel that they are new type of questions. So yes, it feels that the paper is of decent level, but overall it is easy only, because usually what used to happen, one subject will be very, very tough and other two subjects, one is moderate, one is easy. So overall students feel that it was a tough paper. But when there is no hard subject and there is no very easy subject, the paper level is normal and questions feel doable, nothing feels very lengthy, then the overall perception is it is going to be easy. All right. Now, I don't know why they asked this question, or whether it was even asked at all, even in physics, but if it was asked, guys, this is straight away, what is it? You are taking it from the first to the second orbit. What is the energy difference? So the energy difference will be minus 13.6. It's a hydrogen, so Z is 1. So basically 2 square, this is final, and initial will be minus 13.6 divided by 1 square, guys. Yeah, so how much will this come out to be? 13.6 minus, this is 3.4, this comes out to be 10.2 electron volt. Yeah, so will the cutoff decrease? See, there are two problems in this. Cutoff can decrease also because it is easy, but at the same time the number of aspirants have increased. Last year to this year, number of aspirants have increased. Number two, the preparation is much better, because people thought the paper will be difficult, so they were better prepared. But when the paper comes easy, so you know that can actually push the cutoffs a little higher. So there were some channels which were telling that the cutoff will actually go down, but I feel that personally, because maths is easy, chemistry, okay, fine, it was normal only, it's not like out of the box. Physics was normal, not very, very tough questions. So it might happen that the cutoff might actually go up. Yeah? Alright. Vanakkam Tamisa Gaming. Yes. Ipdi irkunga. Romba Sulbam. Alright, very good. Yes, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard everyone. Yeah, questions did not repeat exactly. The models are getting repeated, man. Yeah. Alright, let's see what is the next question on your screen. We have matched the following. Oh, come on. I think the upcoming tests, most of the shifts will have the same difficulty level, but as a surprise, because we have seen that last year, be prepared mentally that maybe one shift might have some difficult questions. Okay, maybe one shift might have one or two, maybe one shift might have some difficult subject or difficult questions possibly, because we have seen that in 2024 and 2025 and even 2023. Yeah, okay. Yes, everybody like Panunga. Yes, like Panunga, fast, and all the Telugu students like Cheyandi. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Okay, so what do we have over here? Spring constant, thermal conductivity, Boltzmann constant, inductance. You know, I can solve this question very smartly without actually solving. Think logically. Spring constant will not have ampere or Kelvin in it. Yes or no? They will not have Kelvin. Why will it have Kelvin or temperature, or why will it have ampere? In fact, inductance will have ampere in it. So 100% D is 3 without solving. Understood? Same way, spring constant cannot have those two numbers. So it will be definitely number 2. Done. Dusted. Now, thermal conductivity versus Boltzmann constant. I have an idea what we can do. Energy is like half kT from your KTG thermodynamics chapter. So Boltzmann constant is energy by temperature dimensionally. Dimensionally, if you talk about it, energy is m raised to 1, L raised to 2, T raised to minus 2. Temperature is basically Kelvin. So hence m L square T raised to minus 2, K raised to minus 1. Directly we can see it is 100%, then this will be 4. So did you see, I barely solved this question, within few seconds we got the answer. So you have to be smart in thinking like that. Understood, guys? So I'm teaching you all my techniques, telling you all the shortcuts, how you should solve it in the objective exam, guys. Right. So that was that particular question, my dear warriors. I think we might have one question which would have been typed properly. Oh, diagram is not given. Okay, but still I will try to see if we can do it. Null point. Acha, this is your standard potentiometer. Null point is there. Okay, at 40 centimeters as shown. All right. So diagram is still getting typed, I feel. So in the first scenario, what is going to happen is R1 divided by R2 will be 40 divided by 100 minus 40, which is 40 by 60, which is 4 by 6, which is nothing but 2 by 3. So that is your R1 by R2. So from this, your R1 or let's say R2 will be 3 by 2 times of R1. 3 into R1, 2 is going to divide. So that is the value of R2. Now this is one equation which we get. The second equation, now what we have done, you have connected 16 ohms in parallel to R2, then the null point is exactly in the middle. So first of all, when you connect this in parallel, the effective resistance will be 16 R2, R1 R2 by R1 plus R2 formula for parallel circuits, 16 R2 divided by 16 plus R2. So if you take the division of those resistors, it will be 16 R2 divided by R2 plus 16, because it is connected in parallel to R2, divided by R1 will be just 50 divided by 50, because it's exactly in the middle. So hence from this particular arrangement, I am seeing R1 will be 16 times of R2 divided by R2 plus 16. Cross multiply, you will get basically R1 times R2 plus R1 times of 16 is equal to 16 times of R2. Now substitute, instead of R2 put 3 by 2 R1. So that's it, you will get the answer then. So R2 is nothing but 3 R1 divided by 2, and this is 16 times of R1, and this is nothing but 16 times of, instead of R2 we are going to put 3 R1 divided by 2. Now can you see, guys, one of the R1s can be definitely cancelled. Now this will be nothing but 3 R1 divided by 2 plus this is nothing but 16, this is nothing but 8, 16 by 2, and 8 3s are 24. So 24 over here, 16 goes on the other side, this will become 8. So this will become 3 R1 divided by 2. So R1 will be 8 multiplied by 2 divided by 3, which is 16 by 3. So 16 by 3 is right over here. So obviously the other answer should be 8 ohms. Got it, guys? So can you draw the diagram? The diagram will look something like this, man. It will be like this. This will be your R1. This will be your R2. Okay, this is your potentiometer wire. This will be like this. This will be 40. This will be 40. This will be 60. This will be R1. This will be R2. And this will be your power supply. Something like that. This is the first scenario. The second scenario will look something like this. This is your R1. This is your R2. This is your 16 ohms in parallel with the R2 resistance. And exactly in middle you are connecting it. So this is also 50, this is also 50 centimeters, and this is your battery which is powering it. Okay, so this will be the final and the initial diagram. Okay, fair enough, man? Is it clear? Okay, great. So now it's time for chemistry or maths. I just had 6 questions, so I'll come back with the next topic, right? Next set of questions in a bit. All right, so it's time for Diksha ma'am or Namrata ma'am to join in. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. All right, so let me just call them.
Okay, so yes, everybody, do let me know in the chat box if I am clearly visible and audible. So, how was the exam? Everyone who were there in the chemistry exam today, how was your exam? How it went? And if I talk about today's today's 22nd Jan first shift, what I would say is that I don't know why everyone is saying that chemistry is tough, but it is not tough, right? So it is till now the questions that I have seen, and I have talked to the students, and they have told me, ma'am, whatever you have taught, it was there in the exam, right? I have talked to you guys on Telegram channel as well. Some of you are connected via Instagram as well. Some of you has my number as well. So you guys are telling that, ma'am, it was easy. Whatever you have taught, it was same as it is, same kind of questions. Whatever you have taught in the mock test, that was there. There was nothing new and out of the box in the exam, right? So you don't need to worry about that. And about physics, Shreya sir has already told you. And regarding mathematics, when we, Namrata ma'am and I was chatting, and what we have seen is mathematics is coming easy, right? It is coming as compared to the previous exams, last year exams, it is coming out to be quite easy, right? So as of now, I feel that exam, see, it can turn, tables can turn anytime, right? It is definitely, but they can't do one thing, that 3 shifts are chemistry is moderate and maths is like easy to moderate, and suddenly they will increase the level. But what we have seen is usually every year there is one shift which is quite difficult. So maybe it will be your shift, maybe it will not be your shift. So you have to be mentally prepared for that, right? Okay. Yes. So now let's talk about the questions, guys. You will see for yourself that how easy they are. Now the first question is this one, where what we are discussing is arrange the given metal ion in number in increasing order of unpaired electron in the low spin complex formed by M3 positive, Cr3 positive, Fe3 positive and CO3 positive. So you have to calculate the unpaired electron in low spin complexes, right? So what we will do here, if I talk about Mn here, Mn, manganese is 4s2 3d5, right? Mn3 positive is 3d4, right? If you talk about the number of unpaired electron, like this is T2g, this is Eg, right? So what you can fill 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? And if I talk about next is, let's say it is chromium 3 positive. Chromium is what? Tell me firstly, what is chromium? Chromium atomic number, what is the configuration of chromium? 4s1 3d5. Ma'am, you take out 3 electrons from 1 from here, 2 from here. Chromium 3 positive will become 3d3, right? So that means number of unpaired electron will be 1, 2, 3 here. Next is when you have iron 3 positive. Iron is what? 4s2 3d6, right? You take out 3 electrons here, right? It will become 3d5. So now they are talking about, guys, low spin. That means low spin means pairing is going to happen here, right? So that is why 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will have 2 unpaired electron. It is having 3 unpaired electron. This is having 1 unpaired electron. What about cobalt? Cobalt is 4s2. I'll just write it here as well, right? Cobalt is what? Cobalt is 4s2 3d7, right? We have discussed this question so many times in mock test, right? So it will be cobalt 3 positive will be, to take 2 electrons from here, 1 here, this will become 3d6. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It will have 0 unpaired electrons, right? So maximum number of unpaired electron are in chromium 3 positive, then you have, no, it is, yes, chromium, then you have manganese, then you have iron, then you have cobalt. Chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, so answer will be A is the correct answer here, right? Okay, yes, right? So how do you know, ma'am, it is octahedral? So this is by convention. If nothing is given to you and they have specified that it is a low spin complex, then by convention what we take that this must be a octahedral if nothing is given. If they have specified, then yes. No, you can't use, because here they have specified low spin, high spin complexes, right? So that is from CFT where we discussed about low spin, high spin complexes. So that is why we will apply this particular method here, right? Okay, yes. Now, next question is, match the following and choose the correct option. Very simple question. Reagent, direct reagent, right? Okay, ma'am, CR configuration check. Wait a minute. 3 1 2 3. Yes, CR 4s1 3. Zinc HCl. Wait a minute. This will be your Felling. D is 1. This will be Wolff-Kirschner, that is 4. And this will be Clemenson. So B is 2 only. Yes. So answer will be C is the correct answer here. Right? So quite easy. Right? Find the energy. I think the same question even Shreyas sir has discussed. We don't know whether it was asked in chemistry or physics, right? So we are discussing, which is a part of both physics and chemistry. I think it should be asked in chemistry, because this much easy question they will not ask in physics, right? So find the energy to excite the electron from first Bohr orbit to the second Bohr orbit. From first Bohr orbit of hydrogen atom to second Bohr orbit of hydrogen atom, right? So here if you see, for first it will be minus 3.4, here it is minus 13.6 is the energy. The difference here will be 10.2 electron volt. So the energy required here will be 10.2 electron volt, right? Okay. So within seconds we are able to solve this question here. Next is sucrose is dextrorotatory, upon hydrolysis it becomes levorotatory. That is absolutely correct. So what happens? Sucrose is dextrorotatory. After hydrolysis it gives you glucose and fructose. Glucose is also dextrorotatory. Fructose is levorotatory. But the amount of levo-rotation in fructose is more as compared to amount of dextro-rotation in glucose. That is the reason this from dextro to after hydrolysis overall it becomes levo, right? So this answer is absolutely correct. This statement is correct. Sucrose on hydrolysis give glucose and fructose such that levo-rotation of glucose is more than dextrose. So what they are saying that, they are saying sucrose on hydrolysis give glucose. Sucrose gives glucose and fructose such that levo-rotation of glucose, no, that is dextrorotatory. So this statement is obviously false here. So answer A is, first statement is correct and second statement is incorrect. So answer will be C is the correct answer. I can say this, even you are feeling, ma'am, it is quite easy, right? Okay. So yes. Now, which of the following? Yes. So which of the following in the correct order of reactivity of given nucleophile when treated with CH3Br in methanol, right? So they are asking you, do you remember the same question we did yesterday as well? Do you remember this question? They are asking about nucleophilicity. Nucleophilicity. That is the opposite order of acidic order of this one, right? Okay, yes. Done. Chalo. Now if you see this here, nucleophilicity order, right, that is a direct order that you have in SN1, SN2, that is given there. So it is I negative has maximum, then you have C2H5O alkoxide ion, then you have phenoxide ion, then you have F negative. So answer will be A is the correct answer here, right? Okay, yes. Done. Chalo. Now reactivity of following on the basis of SN1 reaction, right? Okay, same. Okay, reactivity of the following on the basis of SN1 mechanism. If you see this here, SN1 mechanism means carbocation stability. Carbocation stability, if you see how it will be, If I form a carbocation here, it will be stable because of these phenyl group, because of resonance, 3 resonance. Here you will have 3 resonance, 3 times resonance you will have. Here you have 3 times inductive effect. 3 times inductive effect you will have here. What about this one? Here if you put positive, this is a bridgehead carbon which is unstable. This is a bridgehead carbon which is unstable. So resonance will be more stable. So fourth will be more stable. This is eliminated. After fourth you will have third because this has inductive effect. But out of first and second, which will be more stable? Okay. Now this is a good question, like moderate level question where you have to think. See, in this case you have 2 carbon, in this case you have 1 carbon. Here because of 2 carbon the space is more. It is bridgehead means like this will be the bridge. Okay, like this is the planar molecule, this cyclohexane is a planar molecule, this is the bridge here, right? So if in the bridge you have 1 carbon, less space will be there, more hydrogen repulsions will be there. If you have like a big group here, like there will be more space and less repulsion. So here you have less space, so more repulsions. More repulsions, steric hindrance will be more, so it will be least stable. So answer will be A is the correct answer here, right? Okay, yes. Now I think after this, yes, this is the question. After that other questions are still being typed, right? Okay, done. So HX bond length is higher in HCl than in HF. So what we are saying that HX bond length, ma'am, why you are so white in color? I don't know, because of the lights and brightness over here. I'm not that white, guys. So statement 1, HX bond length is higher in HCl than HF. See, simple thing. Down the group we know that what is happening? Size is increasing, right? So this will be the size here. So we can definitely say HCl having more bond length as compared to HF. So that is absolutely correct. Then lowest boiling point in hydride of group 15 is what? So if I talk about NH3 and PH3, what should happen? Wait a minute. So this is what you have in group number 15. Down the group, what should happen? The boiling point should increase. But what will happen then? This should have the lowest boiling point. But in reality, this does not have the lowest boiling point. Rather, this has, because of hydrogen bonding, right? This will not have the lowest boiling point, but this will have the lowest boiling point. And they are saying lowest boiling point in the hydride of group 15 element is having covalency 4, right? That is not covalency 4, that is 3. So statement this is false here. So 1 is true, second is false here. So answer will be A is correct, B is incorrect. Answer will be C is the correct answer here, right? Okay, yes. Orbit question asked joule per mole and they gave R in ergs. R, if let's say they have, okay, there is no issue in that. If they have asked you in not electron volt, I don't know, here it is written in electron volt. If they have given, let's say R is given in ergs, why you want to take what they have given as R, right? You take R in simply as joule only, 8.314, right? Then if they are asking you joule per mole, then apply the formula of joule per mole, right? You have the formula, right, of joule per mole, then apply that formula, right? Okay, so this is what you're going to do, that simple, right? That is just, even if they ask you that way, even then it will not be considered as a tough question, okay? So now I'll just call, wait a minute, yes. Now I'll just call Namrata ma'am, right? So that after that you'll see maths questions and again physics, then rest of the chemistry questions will be there, okay? So yes, everybody, I'll just call Namrata ma'am now over here.
What's up, everybody? Ma'am, explain about dark matter. You guys are so funny, huh? Here, JEE main aspirant are actually fighting for their life, and you want to learn dark matter. Okay, so mathematics. Ready? Yes. Let me download the file and Ma'am, will the questions be repeated in upcoming shifts? See, based on the past three question papers, I believe that mathematics is doable, and this question paper, which is shift 1, 22nd January, it's again, my verdict would be, it's an easy to moderate paper, not a difficult one, I would say, and I think you'll be fine, you'll do good, and it will be an easy paper, okay? Yes, but if it is an easy paper, then the cutoff is going to be higher, okay? So do not ignore that. All righty. All right. Okay. Yes. Sum of first 4 terms of an AP is given. Very basic standard question any student can do. If in fact 10th grader can also do. Sum of first 4 terms. S4 is given as 6. Sum of first 6 term S6 is given as 4. And sum of first 12 terms is question mark, right? So over here 2 equations are given. S4 is equals to 6. So 4 by 2. 2a plus 3d is equals to 6. So clearly this is 2, this is 3. Okay, first equation. Now S6, 6 by 2, 3. 2a plus 5d is equals to 4. Okay. So this is going to be, if you subtract, see this is 4 by 3, this is second equation. Now subtract 5d minus 3d, 2d is equals to 4 by 3 minus 3. 3 3s are 9. So minus 5 by 3, 5 by 6 I would say, and this is going to be D. Okay. So once you get the common difference D, now plug in this D over here and get the value of A. So I'm going to show it to you that D is minus 5 by 6. Correct? If you put this D in this equation, your A is going to be 11 by 4. Okay. Your A is going to be 11 by 4. And yes, your S12. Now you put S12. 12 by 2, 2a plus 11d. Put the value of A and D. You will get your answer minus 22. Okay, good to go. Correct? Yes. All right, next question on your screen. Now slightly calculative question, I would say. Yes, so here I will take some time to solve it. The coefficient of x raised to power 48 in this, correct? So first of all, what is this? Can anybody tell me? 1 into 1 plus x, 2 into 1 plus x square, okay? Let me just mark 1 plus x is equals to, let's say, r, common ratio, okay? So now, if I talk about, this is an AGP, correct? This is your 1r plus 2r square plus 3r cube and all the way up to this is 100 r power 100. Okay. Now in the next step, what I'm going to do is how to solve an AGP. In the next step, you have to multiply the whole equation by common ratio. So RS is equals to 1r square plus 2r cube. And all the way up to here, you have to write 99 r power 100 plus this is going to be 100 r power 101. Okay, so what I have done is, in this whole equation, I have multiplied by r. Okay, and you know what? Just keep on multiplying. Multiply r, so you will get r square. Multiply r, but one step ahead. Now subtract. So S1 minus r, okay, is equals to, now subtract r plus r square plus r cube and all the way up to r power 100 minus 100 r power 101, correct? Now this is what, tell me, GP of 100 terms, correct? So S 1 minus r is equals to GP of 100 terms is going to be A r power 100 minus 1 upon r minus 1, and this is minus 100 r power 101. This is your S. I need S, right? I need S. Now tell me, r minus 1 minus r. See, 1 minus r is equals to x. So let's put 1 minus r is equals to x. Okay. So S into x is equals to, here r. R is what? 1 plus x. Okay. 1 plus x into 1 plus x power 100. So 101 minus 1 plus x. So I have multiplied this r inside. R power 101 minus r upon, this is again x, and this is minus 100 1 plus x power 101. Okay. Oops. 101. Correct? Now this x, I want to divide it. So this is x square, this is x. So x is going to be now, what do you want? So ma'am, we want x power 48 coefficient, right? So here, if you are looking for x power 48, okay, overall, so here already x square is already there. So if you look for x power 50, then it will make sense, because x power 50 divided by x square will give you x power 48. Okay, minus x you are saying? 1, oops, yes. 1 minus r is equals to minus x, yes. So this is minus x. Negative sign is already there. And you know what? This is also a negative sign. Okay. All right. So let me, yes, there is a negative sign. Let me correct it. So this is going to be minus x s is equals to, this is minus x. Okay. This is 1 plus x power 101, correct? Minus 1 plus x power, that's it, whole upon minus x minus 100 1 plus x power 101, correct? Now cool, okay. Now let me divide the whole thing by minus x. What you're going to get is s is equals to, s is equals to, okay. So this is going to be, if you divide by minus x, so this is going to be same, okay, upon x square. And if you divide this, so this is plus 100 by x, 1 plus x power 101. Now we need to write the coefficient, right? Now we need to write the coefficient. Tell me, you are looking for what? Coefficient of x raised to power 48, but there is already x square. So if you look for coefficient of x power 50 and then divide by x square, then only you will get 48, right? So you are looking for 50. So this is going to be what? Coefficient of 50. Okay, so 101, C 50. Here, so you will not even get the coefficient of x power 48, and here you are looking for, so plus 100 is already there. Okay, and this is 101. C, here you are looking for coefficient of x power 49. So C 49. Okay, so your answer would be what? But there will be a negative sign, I guess. Minus, so minus, it became plus. Okay. So 100, 101, C 49. Can you see this? And there is a negative sign, I guess there will be a negative sign. There is one negative sign, I don't know what's wrong. But yes, I think option B should be absolutely right. 100, 101, C 49, correct? Minus 101, C 50. Yes, adjust the negative sign, I guess. Okay, next question on your screen, this. Okay, next question, this. R minus 1 is equals to x, I guess. R minus 1 is equals to x. Okay, r minus 1, here r minus 1, oh this was x, okay, plus x. So hence this is going to be negative, this is positive. Now it will make more sense, okay? Yes. Alright, next question, next question. So here is the next question. Okay. Now A is equals to 2335, correct? And then the value of this is what? Okay, so I can clearly see I can take A power 2023 common. So I will have A square minus 3A plus I. Okay, right? And A power 2023 we can calculate. Yes. Okay. A power 2023 we can calculate. How? So let me explain it to you. This is your A square, pattern based multiplication. Pattern based. Yes, Keller-Hamilton also you can use. But here anyway you have to figure out A power 2023, right? So A power 2023 you have taken common from here. So it is A power 2023. Now just keep on. Okay, by the way, this is A power 2023, correct? So this is determinant of A power 2023 and determinant of A square minus 3A plus I. Okay, so this is determinant of A clearly is 1, correct? So this is 1. So this is going to be determinant of A square minus 3A plus I. Now A square you calculate, this is your A square, 3A. A square minus 3A plus I you can go ahead and calculate. Okay, this is simply the matrix addition. So A square, or rather Keller-Hamilton say we can write A square minus 5 plus 2 7A, okay, plus I is equals to 0. This is Keller-Hamilton, right? Directly. A square minus trace of A. Trace of A is 5 plus 2 7. Now A square minus 3A you are looking for, so minus 3A and plus I is equals to what? 4A. Correct or not? So basically this is 4A. Okay. So this is your determinant A. So this is 1 and this is your 4A determinant, right? 4A. So eventually it will be what? Determinant of 4A. So this is going to be 4 square into determinant A, which is going to be 16. 16 is the right answer. Keller-Hamilton se also you can do. Okay. Correcto? Everybody? Yes. Next question on your screen, and I'm going to use ninja technique for this. Ready, ready, ready. First of all, 1 upon ln 10 minus x. So this 10 minus x should be positive and this 10 minus x should not be equals to 1. So x is equals to, x cannot be 9 and x should be less than 10. But what about this sine inverse? How many of you know the ninja technique? How many of you know the ninja technique? X plus 2, 2x plus 3, add 1, x plus 2, 2x plus 3, subtract 1, less than or equals to 0. Okay, so this is 3x plus 5, okay, and then this is going to be minus x minus 1, alright, 2x plus 3 whole square less than or equals to 0. If I multiply the negative sign, you are going to get greater than or equals to 0. So this is going to be what? Minus 5 by 3 and minus 1, okay, greater than or equals to 0. So this is how it is going to be. Okay, and clearly x should be less than 10, perfect, and x cannot be 9. Okay, so now please understand minus infinity and x can never be minus 3 by 2. X can never be minus 3 by 2, right? So minus 1.5 is not allowed. Minus 1.5 is gonna lie over here. Here. So anyway, it's not there. So minus infinity to minus 5 by 3. Union minus 1 to 9. Union 9 to 10. This is the answer. B. What is B? B is 9. 9 plus what is C? 10 plus 3A. So 3A is going to be what? 3 into minus 5 by 3. Okay. So 19 minus 5 is going to be what? 14. Okay. 14. Is the sound low? Because I don't see, only one student is complaining. So change your device. Rest of the students are getting the correct voice. So the answer will be what? 19 plus 5 is 24. Okay. How 10? Because x is less than 10 now. X is less than 10. So x is anyway less than 10. Correct? Take the intersection, you will get it. Next question on your screen, everybody. Alright, tan inverse A plus tan inverse B is tan inverse A plus B upon 1 minus AB. Okay, this is pi by 6. So this is 10x upon 1 minus 24x square is equals to tan pi by 6 is going to be 1 by root 3. Correct? Okay, so now if you solve it, you're going to get 10 root 3 x is equals to 1 minus 24x square. This is a quadratic equation, 24x square plus 10 root 3x plus minus 1 is equals to 0. Just solve this quadratic. Okay, solve this quadratic and what you're going to get is this. See, this is your quadratic. Apply quadratic formula. Okay, these are the values you're going to get eventually. And once you get this, you will realize plus minus. One is negative. One is negative, which is going to go way beyond this minus 1 by 2 root 6. And other one is positive. The positive root or positive solution will lie in our range. That is why number of solution of this equation is 1. Okay. Alrighty. Ready for the next question? Ready for the next question? It's 19 minus 5 in previous question, is it? Let me check. So it should be, oh yes, sorry, A is, so this is plus, sorry, plus. Because A is 5 by 3, right? So 19 plus 5, 24. Next question. Okay. Yes, we are going to make a specific video tomorrow, not today, especially for 24th April shift. Don't worry. Okay. M set is given and R be a relation. Can you see this is your relation? Y is equals to 5x minus 3 by 4. Okay, start putting the value x. If I put x is equals to 1, I will get y is equals to what? 1 by 2. Y cannot belong to this. So x is equals to 1 is not allowed. X is equals to 2. So 5 2s are 10, 10 minus 3 is 7 by 4, not allowed. First of all, please understand, even values of x are not allowed. Because the moment you're going to put even value of x over here, you are not going to get a whole number. See, y should be a whole number, na? X and y should both belong to this set. So only 1, 3, 5, these kind of numbers you have to put. 1 is not allowed, x equals to 1 rejected, x is equals to 3. Tell me, 5 3s are 15, 15 minus 3, 12, 12 by 4. Yes. So 3 comma 12 by 4. So again 3 comma 3. Okay. Then x is equals to, so this is accepted, x is equals to 5. 5 5s are 25, 25 minus 3 is 22. Not allowed again. Okay. X is equals to 7. 7 5s are 35, 35 minus 3, 32, 32 by 4, yes, 32 by 4, 8s are, okay, 7 comma 8 is another thing, then x is equals to 9, I guess this will not be satisfied, so 9 5s are 45, 45 minus 3 is 42, 42 by 4 again not, okay, then x is equals to 11 will get satisfied, x is equals to 13 we have to reject, and x is equals to 14, 15 we have to accept, okay, 11 and 15, okay, 11 and 15. So now 11, comma. So 11 if you're going to put 55 minus 3. 55 minus 3 is 52. Correct? Sorry, 11 if you're going to put 55 minus 3 is 52. 52 by 4. Correct? 52 by 4. 4 ones are and 4 threes are 13. And 15 if you put 15 fives are 75 minus 3 is 72 by 4. So 4 ones are 4. 4 eights are 18. Okay, so 15 comma 18. Correct? So these are the ordered pairs which will be sitting inside the relation. Okay. Now then the number of elements required to be added in are to make it symmetric. To make it symmetric, I need to add 3 ordered pairs. 8 comma 7, 13 comma 11 and 18 comma 15. So 3 is the right answer. Okay. Right or wrong? 3 is the right answer. Can you see? Or not? Hold on. 7 comma 8. So I have at 11 comma 13. Oops, 15 comma 18 is not even there. It cannot be there. Oops, sorry. Yes, 15 comma 18. Why? Because 18 is not there in my set. So only 2, right? So I think 2 is absolutely correct. This is not my ordered pair. And this is we have to reject. Okay? Yes? Alright, absolutely. Another question. I don't know how many of you have actually done this. Exact differential equation. This problem is from exact differential equation. X dy minus y dx is equals to square root of x square plus y square dx. Please understand, if you look at the left hand side, don't you think this is x constant y derivative minus y constant x derivative? So ma'am, what is this? Don't you think this is a quotient formula? Quotient formula says that suppose you have to differentiate y by x. Tell me what will you do, ma'am? Second function square, x constant derivative of y minus y constant derivative of x. Yes? So here what you need is divide by x square on both the sides. Okay, divide by x square on both the sides. Correct? Okay. So now this is going to be d of y by x. And this is going to be, if you divide by x square on both the sides, this is going to be, now if you take it inside, okay, alright, so this upon, so you need to take x square common as well. This is, okay, hold on, you need to take x square common from here. So it will be x square root of 1 plus y by x whole square upon x square is already there dx. Okay, so this is cancelled. Now I am going to shift this thing over here. So square root of 1 plus y by x whole square. Okay, so this is 1 by x. Correct? This is 1 by x. Now 1 upon square root of 1 plus x square integral. Integral of, so you have to integrate, see, understand, d of y by x upon square root of 1 plus y by x whole square, integral, okay, is equals to what? ln x plus c. Now this is what? ln of, this is ln only, right? ln of mod of y by x plus copy paste. Okay, copy paste. Remember, 1 upon square root 1 plus x square integration. Okay, and this is ln x plus ln c. Okay, so if you cancel out ln x, y by x plus square root 1 plus y by x whole square is equals to x into c. Now if you take LCM, you will realize that this is going to be y plus, so yes, y plus square root of x square plus y square is equals to x square c. Okay, so y plus, or you can say x square c minus, okay, option A seems absolutely right. X square plus y square square root cx square minus y. Yes? All right, yes, polar also, you can use polar also, and you can use this also. Okay. Next question on your screen, I have already told you that from quadratic equation, they can give you a question from modulus. Okay, they can give you a question from modulus, solving modulus related equation. Clearly, we have two critical points, my dear students, -4 and -2. -4 and -2. X greater than or equals to -2. X belongs to -4 comma -2. X less than or equals to -4. Okay. X greater than or equals to -2, everything will be positive. X plus 4 plus 3 times x plus 2 plus 10 is equals to 0. Okay, so this is going to be x square plus 4x, slightly time taking but straightforward question. Plus 3x plus 16 is equals to 0. X square plus 7x plus 16 is equals to 0. Okay, 16. 8 2s are 16. 4 4s are 16. That's it. So I think will we be able to solve it? No solution, I guess. No solution. No solution from this category. Okay, now this here. When you are less than -2, then this modulus will get open with a negative sign. So x square plus 4x minus 3x minus 6 plus 10 is equals to 0. X square plus x plus 4 is equals to 0. Okay. So this one, you have to solve it out. Okay. So let me just tell you that this is the case number 2, right? No solution again. So this is also having no solution. Now this one, which is less than, every modulus will get open with a negative sign. Minus x square minus 4x minus x minus 3x minus 6 plus 10 is equals to 0. Okay. Minus x square minus 7x plus 4 is equals to 0. X square plus 7x minus 4 is equals to 0. Okay. Now you have to solve it and check. By the way, please understand, here you will get two solutions for sure. So let me show you what kind of solutions you are going to get. This. See, this is your quadratic and these are your two solutions. These are your two solutions. Minus 7 plus minus root 65 by 2. X is equals to minus 7 plus minus root 65 by 2. Okay? Right? Now please understand. Please understand. Over here, you are standing in this interval. X should be less than or equals to minus 4. So I believe the negative sign will get accepted. This is the root. But the positive sign, if you take, your x will be positive and which will not lie under this category. So only negative will be accepted, positive will be rejected. So only one solution from overall all three cases. Yes, everyone? Getting it? Next question. Yes, difficulty level more or less is coming same. So we are also expecting that difficulty level will be similar. Maths is scoring and try to capture that. Okay, chemistry and physics are already scoring. Maths is also scoring. Okay, this year. Now this is cos square minus sine square. Okay. Again, easy question if you know the formula. Even if you don't know the formula, then you can actually a square minus b square separate out the things. Okay. Then you can apply. Cos square a minus sine square b is cos a plus b. So cos a plus b and cos a minus b. Sine square a minus sine square b is nothing but sine a plus b and sine a minus b. Sine 30 degree and cos 60 degree is same. Cos, 48 minus 12 is going to be what? 36, yes. Okay. Sine 18 degrees, so this is going to be root 5 minus 1 by 4. This is root 5 plus 1 by 4. 4 cancel if you rationalize. Root 5 plus 1 upon root 5 minus 1. You're going to get root 5 plus 1, root 5 plus 1. So this is going to give you 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay, and this is going to give you 5 plus 1, 6 plus 2 root 5. Or you can say 3 plus root 5 by 2. If you compare, alpha will be 3, beta will be, alpha will be 3, beta will be 1, gamma will be 2. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 is the right answer. Okay. Alrighty. Next question on your screen. Next question, ready, ready, ready. Integration, definite integration, GIF is involved. I don't know if you have studied from me. You would realize that how easy are GIF based question. You just have to categorize your GIF of X. So let me tell you, minus pi by 2 is what? Minus 1.57 and pi by 2 is plus 1.57, correct? So I have this particular range. So please understand, if your X is minus pi by 2 to 1, X belongs to minus pi by 2 to minus 1, okay? Minus pi by 2 to minus 1, your GIF of X is going to be close bracket, close, open bracket. GIF of X is going to be minus 2. If your X belongs to minus 1 to 0, your GIF of X belongs to what? Minus 1 point something, so minus 1. Okay? Yes? And if your X belongs to, tell me, 0 to 1, then your GIF of X belongs to, becomes 0. If your X belongs to 1 to 1.57, that is pi by 2, your GIF of X belongs to 1. Okay? Now I am going to break this. This integration, minus pi by 2 to minus 1, your GIF is becoming minus 2. So this is going to be dx upon minus 2 plus 4 plus. Now minus 1 to 0. So this is minus 1 plus 4. 0 to 1, this is going to be 0 plus 4. 1 to pi by 2, this is going to be 1 plus 4. Okay. So now if you solve it, you just have to integrate 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 5. Keep on integrating. Keep on integrating. Right? So this is what you're going to get. Integration of 1 by 2. Okay. So this is going to be what? 1 by 2 x minus pi by 2 to minus 1 plus. Here 1 by 3 x minus 1 to 0 plus. This is going to give you 1 by 4 x 0 to 1 plus. This is going to give you 1 by 5 x 1 to pi by 2. Okay? Right? Integrate and put the upper limit and lower limit. Solve for it. You will get your answer. Yes? Alrighty. Next question on your screen from the world of probability. Right? So over here probability distribution is given, and you know what? Okay, first of all, sigma px in such questions we make it 1. That means sum total of all the probability k plus 2k square plus 6k square, board level question. Right? So if you add, what will you get, ma'am? 2k square plus 6k square is 8k square. 8 plus k square is 9k square. Is there any misprint? 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this should be around 10k. There is a misprint over here, but 10k square you should get. Okay, 10k square, and it is going to be plus 8k. So let me check. K plus k, 2k, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5k, 6k, 7k, 8k, 9k. So I guess there is 1k square which is missing. Either this is k square, one of these is k square, not k. So plus 8k, some typing mistake. Okay, plus 1, plus 1. Okay. Sorry, is equals to 1. Yes, is equals to 1. Okay, so here what you have to do is You have to solve this and get the value of k. K cannot be negative because probabilities cannot be negative. So this is the value of k you are getting. Okay, now what they are asking is, find the probability when x is greater than 3, that means x is equals to 4. Okay, x is equals to 4. X is equals to 4, 5 and 6. 4, 5 and 6, the probability will be what? 3, 4, 5, 5k. Okay, see, 3k plus k plus k. This is 5k. So 5k is your answer. So 5k is going to be this. Okie dokie. Yes. Yes, one of them is k square. Either this, let us make it this k square. Yes. Now I guess that's fine. (3D geometry). 3D geometry. Okay. Image of a point in the line is given. Okay. So 1, 2, A and x minus 6, y minus 7, z minus 7, whole upon 3, 2 and minus 2. Okay. All right. Correct. And this is 5, B, C. This is your image. How to find image? Anybody? First of all, what we are going to do is assume a point over here in terms of lambda, 3 lambda plus 6, 2 lambda plus 7, minus 2 lambda plus 7. Okay. So this is your point P, this is point Q, this is point F. Now you know there is a 90 degree over here. So PF vector, can anybody tell me what will be PF vector? PF vector is going to be 3 lambda plus 6 minus 1. So 3 lambda plus 5, 2 lambda plus 7. So 2 lambda plus 5, minus 2 lambda plus 7 minus A. So minus 2 lambda plus 7 minus A. This is what PF vector. PF vector and this line are perpendicular. So dot product will be 0. So dot product will be what? 3 lambda plus 5 into 3. 9 lambda plus 3 5s are 15. Then we have 4 lambda plus 10. Then we have minus 4 lambda and plus minus 14 minus 2a is equals to 0. Okay. All right. Now lambda and a, 9, 4 lambda cancels. 9 lambda, 25, 25 minus 14, 11. Okay. So plus 11 is equals to 2a. All right. So now we have got a relation in this. And you know what? Okay, by the way, here we can get the value of lambda. Can you see? This is the midpoint, right? So 1 plus 5. 1 plus 5 by 2 should be equals to 3 lambda plus 6. So from here we can get 3 is equals to 3 lambda plus 6. So this is going to be, lambda is going to be minus 1 from here. Put lambda minus 1, you will get the value of A. So lambda minus 1. So A is going to be 1. The moment your A is 1, correct? So this point is again 1 now. Okay, so now you can actually calculate everything. How? Let me show it to you. So 1 plus C. 1 plus C by 2 is equals to minus 2 lambda plus 7. If you put lambda minus 1, 7 plus 2, 9. So this is going to be 18 and C is going to be 18 minus 1. 18 minus 1 is 17. Okay. While taking dot product, I made a mistake. Kya? 9 lambda plus 15, correct? 4 lambda plus 10. And what about this? This is going to be multiply by minus 2, minus 4 lambda. Okay, plus 2a. All right, plus 2a. Plus 2a. Okay, so it is going to be minus 2a. Minus 2a, so if you put minus 1, so a is going to be minus 1. If a is minus 1, If A is minus 1, then it is going to be C minus 1 upon 2, correct. And lambda is coming out as anyway minus 1. So 7 minus 7 plus 2, 9, 9 to the 18, right? 18 plus 1, so C is 19. Okay, that way. C is 19. And now B plus 2. B plus 2 by 2 is equals to what? 7 minus 2, 5. And this is going to be 5 to the 10. So B is coming out as 8. So now that you have A, B and C, also plus 4 lambda. How come plus 4 lambda? Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Major calculation mistake. Let me check, do I have? Okay. Dot product, I guess I have made a mistake. Lambda is already coming. So let me do one thing now. Lambda is already there. So let me put the value of lambda right here. See, if the lambda is right here, no? Lambda is already here. So why don't I do this? F point is what? 3. 7 minus 2, 5. And 7 plus 2 is 9. So I've got this. Okay? Alright. Now 5 plus 1 by 2, correct. B plus 2. See, B plus 2 by 2 is equals to 5. 5 2s are 10. So B is coming out as 8. This is correct. And what about C? C minus 1. C minus 1 by 2 is equals to 9. So 9 to C is equals to 9 to the 18 plus 1, 19. This correct? Midpoint directly? Yes. C15 you guys are saying I have done something wrong here. Okay. See, I'll tell you the proper technique. A is 3. Okay. Let me just check the whole. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's do the whole question completely from the top. From the top, let's do it. Maybe I have done so many calculation mistake over here. Okay. See, this is your line. X minus 6 by 3. Y minus 7 by 2. And Z minus 7 by minus 2, correct? Then we have 1, 2, A and 5, B, C. Correct? This point we can calculate 3, B plus 2 by 2, C plus A by 2. Okay, let's now put, if your X is equals to 3, 3 minus 3. So this is 1 is equals to Y, B plus 2 by 2 minus 7 by 2. And Z is what? C plus A minus 7 by 2. Okay, so here B you can calculate easily, correct? And yes, so I guess how A minus 1. Now you can solve. A is not 9, maybe A is not minus 1, right? Tell me the value of B, everybody. If you solve it, this is going to be 2 is equals to B plus 2 by 2 and plus 7. So 18, B is going to be what? Is it correct now? See, this B plus 2 by 2 lies on this line. And X is what? 3. So minus 1. Oops, minus 1. So this is minus 2. Yes. So 5 to the 10. B is coming out as 8 for sure. Okay. All right. And now that 90-degree thing, you can do 90-degree. And using that 90-degree, you can calculate one more equation. Okay, this multiply 3 to 2, dot product is equals to 0, and one equation you can see. A, B, C you can easily get. Yes, I am moving on to the next problem do I have? Yes, this problem. Hidden linear differential equation. Hidden linear differential equation, right? So now 6 f of x is equals to 3x f dash x plus f of x into 3 minus 3x square. Yes? Alright, first thing I will do is 3 2s are 6, 3 1s are 3, 3 3 cancel. So now I have already told you, whenever you see fx and f dash x together in any equation, put f dash x as dy by dx and fx is y. So this is x dy by dx plus this is again 2y and this is y minus x square. Okay. So now if you push this over here, x square is equals to x dy by dx plus y, okay, minus 2y minus y. Linear differential equation. Linear differential equation. Yes. So if you divide by x, dy by dx minus y by x is equals to x. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Integrating factor is what? E power integral of minus 1 by x dx, e power minus log x. So this is going to be 1 by x. So now solution. Y into 1 by x is equals to integral of q x into 1 by x dx plus c. So y by x is equals to x plus c, right? Y by x is equals to x plus c. Now ma'am, but how to find out this c constant? How to find out c? For that, just put x is equals to 1 throughout. Put x is equals to 1 in this original equation. This will give you, right? So this is 0. If you put x is equals to 1, so 0 is equals to 3f of 1 minus 1 plus 4. Okay. So from here you will realize this is again plus 3. Okay. So 3f of 1 plus 3 is equals to 0. F of 1 is coming out as minus 1. And put it over here. 1, f of 1, that means x is equals to 1 and y is equals to minus 1. So minus 1 is equals to 1 plus c. So c is coming out as minus 2. Correct? Alright. Y by x is equals to x. Y by x is equals to x minus 2. F of 2 minus f of 3. So first of all, final is what? Y is equals to x, x minus 2. This is your solution. Now f of 2 minus f of 3. So f of 2 is equals to 2, 2 minus 2, which is 0. And f of 3 is going to be 3, 3 minus 2, which is minus 3. Subtract. So this is going to be 3. 3 is going to be the last answer. If you subtract f of 2 minus f of 3, 0 minus minus 3. Yes? Alrighty. I guess mathematics, I have only these many questions. A couple of more questions are getting typed, and I am going to call Deeksha ma'am or Shreyas sir. Let's see. Okay.
Welcome back, guys. Time to discuss physics. We discussed, I think, 6 questions before this, so we'll continue from there. Yeah, this was the last question which we discussed. Yeah, so let's start from here. I hope I'm audible and visible to all of you. Welcome. Yeah, hi Sabri, Salish, Harish. Welcome, welcome, Jay. Hi Karan, hi Jia, hi Vasanta, welcome. Yes, your captain is back. So here is the question on your screen. There is an equilateral prism placed in air. A ray of light is incident on one of the face. The minimum angle between the incident ray and the emergent ray is 90. The refractive index is given. Find the angle of incidence. Now the minimum angle between incident and emergent ray is given. That means that is deviation, and that minimum deviation is 90 degree. Next, equilateral prism means angle of the prism is 60 degree. Okay, now incident angle is asked, refractive index is given. So what can we do? What can we do? Minimum deviation, all right, is by the way, it is I plus emergent angle minus A. Delta minimum is 90. Because it is minimum deviation, emergent angle is also I only, and this is how much? 60 degrees. So put 60 degrees here, take 60 on the other side. So 90 plus 60 degrees is I plus I, which is 2I. 90 plus 60 is 150 degrees. So that is 2I. So I is 150 by 2, which is 75 degrees. So option D is the right answer. Thank you so much, Deepika. Means a lot. Yeah. So what is the use of root 2? No use as per this information, but I do not know what was the actual question. But yes, there was a question on prism, emergent angle, incident angle, deviation. So if you are planning for the next few shifts, so make sure you revise these formulas. So that's the reason why we are doing this discussion. Okay, because remember, these are all memory based questions. Moving on to the next one. There are three coils, C1, C2, C3. When viewed from the same side, C1 carries clockwise, C3 carries anti-clockwise. Which of the motions will induce anti-clockwise in the middle coil? Okay, let's take one by one. All right. So guys, imagine there is one coil over here and there is another coil over here. C1 is carrying clockwise current. This is clockwise, this is C1. Okay, and what do we want? We want in the middle coil, this is the middle coil, there is one more coil, I am not showing that. Okay, this is the coil number 2. In the middle coil, you want anti-clockwise current. So you want anti-clockwise current. This is induced current. When will that happen? Let's visualize. See, if the actual current in the first coil is going clockwise, the magnetic field because of it, if you curl your fingers like this, it will go towards the coil number 2. So the magnetic field lines will go like this, right? The magnetic field lines are going to go like this because of the coil 1. Now imagine coil number 1 moves towards coil 2. Imagine if it moves, C1 moves towards coil 2, then the flux in that coil number 2 will increase. Why? Because more and more lines which were not passing through it will also now start passing through coil 2. More flux will be there. So to oppose the flux, there will be a field opposing it this way, left hand side. So the current should be anti-clockwise. So it kind of makes sense. That to oppose that changing flux, there should be an induced flux. There should be an induced flux like this. And if the induced flux is like this, the current induced will be in the anti-clockwise. So by luck, I just got it that C1 should move towards C2. Yeah, C1 should move towards C2. Then 100% the current induced will be anti-clockwise. Same logic you can apply it for the other part also. So C1 will be moving towards C2, means C1 will not move away from C2. C1 will move towards C2, move towards C2. Both will move away. So either B or C will be correct. Now for the second part, this is our middle coil. I'll call it C2. This is that third coil. I'll call it C3. Okay, and C3 carries current anti-clockwise. C3 is carrying current anti-clockwise like this. So because of that, if I hold my fingers in the direction of the current, the thumb goes left side. So the magnetic field lines will come like this. The magnetic field lines will come out like this, guys. Now you want in C2, the middle coil, the current should be anti-clockwise. Okay, so in the middle coil you want the current to be anti-clockwise. This is the induced current. So if you curl your fingers in the direction of the induced current, you will notice that the magnetic field which will be induced will be in the left direction. So you want the external field to be assisted by the induced field. When will that happen? When your field coming from outside is becoming weaker. And how will it become weaker? In a very simple scenario, if C3 moves away, then the flux will become weaker. The flux will become weaker. So the moment it becomes weaker, the induced field will make it stronger. It always opposes it. So C3 should move away. So C3 should move away from C2. So that is why option B is the right answer. Yeah. Yeah. The physics paper, I saw the first 5-6 questions were straightforward. But after the question number 6, you can see there are some lengthy questions. So yes, 22nd January, physics questions are slightly lengthier. I wouldn't say difficult, but conceptually, this is such a strong question. If you think about it, purely on Lenz's law and the direction of magnetic field. So it's a conceptually strong question. You cannot make even a small mistake. Second thing, yes, you take time for analysis. So yes, these are some good questions which came in 22nd. Yeah. All right. So first 6 questions, when I saw, I was like, oh my God, they were fine only. But then when I went back and I got the remaining questions, it definitely feels that 22nd Jan had some good questions in physics paper. Next one, escape velocity is 10, another planet density and radius 10%, then what is the escape velocity? Okay, how is escape speed related to density and the radius? Escape velocity is a root of 2 times g times m divided by r. Now our mass is nothing but density multiplied by volume. Volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube, and this r will be there as it is. So therefore, this will become r square. When you take it outside the root, it will just become r. So 2 4s are 8, then 8 pi is there, g is there, rho is there, r just got cancelled, divided by 3. That's it. Okay. So escape velocity is basically proportional to r and also root of density. So once I get this idea, I can easily figure out the second escape velocity by the first escape velocity will be root of rho 2 by rho 1, and over here this will be r2 by r1. Now it is clearly mentioned that the density is 10% of the previous density. So rho 2 is 10%, that means it is 1/10 of it. And r2 by r1, the new radius is also, what is it given? The new, what is it? The radius is also 10%. So this is also basically 1/10. Everybody, yeah, understood? Different options would be there. Yes. So this would be V2. And what is V1? V1 is basically 10. All right. This 10 and this 10 cancelled. So V2 will become 1 by root of 10. Yes, 1 by root of 10. I think 1 by root of 10 is not there in the options, but yes, the answer will be basically 1 by root 10 as compared to the previous one. Is that clear, everyone? All right, all right. What is the plan of action for 23rd Jan? You are blessed, my dear, because you have today's shift morning plus evening shift questions which are coming apart from yesterday's shift. So practice these questions. From whatever I feel, the paper level slightly gets difficult as the days pass by, but it doesn't become drastically difficult. But also my prediction is that just like in 2023, 24, 25, one shift randomly comes super hard, and not all the questions, only one subject peculiarly will become hard. So I am expecting the same thing to happen, but I do not know which shift that will be. So be prepared for the worst. Okay. So if that happens, do not feel that it is only you. Everyone in your shift will be affected, and the percentiles are calculated based on your shift performance, mind it, because the cutoffs are different for every shift. Okay. Right. Let's move to the next question coming up on your screen. This was question 9. All right. Question 10 is not there. question 11. Okay, this was a good question because it is a lengthy question. Other than that, there is nothing great about it. Yeah, it will take some time to solve. I'll tell you the concept behind it. Whenever you see such questions, I think this is 100 degrees Celsius, that is 40 degrees Celsius. These are some rods with some thermal conductivity, and they had either asked what is T1, T2, or they had asked the temperature difference. Always convert these kind of circuits into a resistors based circuit, because current electricity is much easier to solve than thermal conductivity. And we all know that thermal resistance is length divided by conductivity into area of cross section. So if that is the scenario, then I will say this is like 100 volts or 100 you can say Celsius or whatever you want to call it. Let's say I call it 100 volts. This is 3K, K, 3K, K, 3K. Okay. So what I can do is, if conductivity is 3 times, resistance if it is something, and if it is K, it will be okay. So what we can do is, we can just assume R will be nothing but, let's say, L divided by Ka, L divided by Ka. So then the other resistance will be, because it is L by 3K into A, so this will be R by 3. So there are two types of resistors here. One is R, like for this guy, and this guy, whose conductivities are K. For those conductivities which are 3K, the resistance will be R by 3, because conductivity is there in the denominator. So conductivity increases, resistance also decreases. Makes sense. So this will be nothing but, you have a resistance of R by 3. Then over here you have two resistors of R and R. Here you have two resistors of R by 3 and R by 3, and then finally they meet, and over here you have a resistance of how much? R, and finally this is 40 volts. Now it becomes easier to solve. Obviously this is still point A and this is point B. Instead of finding temperatures, you are finding potentials. First of all, you convert it into a simpler circuit. Guys, R and R is 2R. So this is going to be nothing but 2R, and this is nothing but 2R divided by 3. Now both of them are in parallel, so use the parallel formula. R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay, so forget the R part, R will be there anyways. 2 2s are 4, so we will have 4 by 3 in the numerator, and this will be 1 plus 1 by 3, which is 4 by 3, 4 2s are 8. Yes, this will be 8 by 3. So 3 cancels, 4 by 8, which means it will become just R by 2. So the simple solution will be, this is 100 volts, then you have a resistance of R by 3, then you have a resistance of R by 2, and then you have a resistance of, finally that is R, and over here you are having voltage of 40 volts. From this you can figure out how much current is flowing. The current is voltage difference, which is 100 minus 40 divided by the total resistance, which is R by 3 plus R by 2 plus R, which is basically 60 divided by these three numbers over here. So guys, this is nothing but LCM is 6. So this will be 2 plus 3 plus 6. So 6 goes on the top, it will become 60 multiplied by 6 divided by, this is 5 plus 6, which is 11. So this will be nothing but 360 by 11 is basically the current. Once you get the current, you can easily figure out whatever is the voltage at this point, or let's say at this point, or whatever is the voltage difference. For example, I want to find what is the voltage at point A. I can say a voltage difference, which is 100 minus VA voltage difference. Okay, this particular voltage difference is equal to current, which is 360 by 11 multiplied by, I think one R I missed over here. So this was R, guys. Yes, 11R. So this R will still be there. Yeah. Multiplied by the resistance. The resistance is R by 3. So if you take this part, voltage difference is current multiplied by the resistance, Ohm's law. Solving this, anyways RR will cancel. You will get the value of VA. Once you get the value of VA, you can similarly get the value of VB also, because VB minus 40, which is the voltage difference, will be current. The same current will be flowing, which is nothing but whatever 360 60 divided by 11R multiplied by the resistance over here, this one. So from this you will get the value of VB. Understood, guys? Yeah. So do you see this is definitely a lengthier question? Even the previous question was lengthy, even the one before that was lengthy. So these lengthy questions are definitely coming up. So method is clear. So answer comes out to be B. If voltage difference was asked, you will just subtract the two and you will get the answer. Okay, that was this particular question. Let's see question number 12. Yes, even this question was lengthy. Unnecessary lengthy questions, guys. You can see back-to-back lengthy questions in physics. So the smart move in such a question paper will be doing chemistry. I feel I was just talking to Diksha ma'am. Diksha ma'am said organic chemistry was, or in general chemistry was easier as compared to yesterday or what was expected. Also, maths is not very difficult. So you should have juggled between maths and physics after chemistry. Whichever easy questions you find or shorter questions you find, you will solve it first, and then you will keep 1 hour to 1.5 hours for solving the lengthier questions. That would be the right strategy. That is what I would do. Okay. Yeah, whether Kelvin or Celsius, still the method will be the same, man. Basically, all these thermal conductivity problems, when you convert it into current resistance problems, you write instead of temperature, you use voltage, instead of heat current, you use amperes, right? And instead of conductivity and all of that, you are using resistances. Yeah. So moving on to this question, what is F1 by F2? And before interchanging, it is F1. After interchanging, it is F2. See, if you consider this diagram, then what happens for these same distances? Let's say M applies a force of F, just assume. Then 2M will apply a force of 2M will apply a force of 2F. 3M will apply a force of 3F. 4M will apply a force of 4F. Now 2F and 4F will cancel, so you will be left with basically just 2F. 3F and F will cancel and you will be just left with again 2F. So the resultant of these two is basically the first force F1, and this F1, because anyways they are perpendicular, will be root of 2F square plus root of square root of 2F whole square plus 2F whole square, which is nothing but 2F root 2. That's it. Just keep it as it is. Many people sat and actually figured out the value in terms of GMM by R square and all of that. It was such a waste of time. Just write it in multiples, it becomes much easier. Now what you do for the second part, see, M and 2M is still there, M and 2M is still there. Now 4M and 3M are interchanged. So this is 3M and this is 4M. So what will happen? M will still apply a force of F, 2M will still apply a force of 2F, 3M will apply force of 3F here, 4M will apply a force of 4F like this. Okay. Direction does not matter over here so much, but you know, I'm just saying these are the forces. All right. Now what will happen, guys? F and 4F will cancel partially and you will be left with 3F force. 3F and 2F will cancel and you will be left with F force. The resultant of these two is the F2 force, which is nothing but 3F whole square plus your F square. 3 square is 9 plus 1 is 10. So F root of 10, guys. So F root of 10. So from this, you just divide F1 and F2 and you will get the answer. So just divide F1 by F2, you will get the answer. F1 is 2F root 2 and F2 is nothing but F root of 10. F root of 10. FF will cancel. So you will have 2 root 2 by root 10. 2 will cancel. So you will be left with 2 divided by root of 5. So just check this out. You are getting answer as 5 units. Yeah, answer as 5 units. Is that clear, guys? Yeah, option A. Many people were saying answer is 2. No, the answer is 5 units. Did you understand the smart move what I did over here? I did not write GMM by R square or KQ by R square. All that not needed, because I know the force is proportional to the mass or the charge. So you assume that elementary force as F, automatically other forces will become 2F, 3F, 4F. So you find everything in multiples, because anyways we needed to find the ratio, not the exact value. Okay, I hope this is absolutely clear. Okay, moving on to the next one. No, alpha was 5 only, man. Alpha was 5. Okay, maybe in your question paper the values were different, so for that alpha would be 2. I'm saying for these values m, 2m, 3m, 4m, and for this question the answer is 5. Getting my point? This particular question number 13, let's solve it. A very good question on logic gates. Yeah, maybe the question, because these are memory based questions, I am explaining you the concept. Alright, so maybe in your actual question paper the values would be different, obviously the answer will change. Yeah, alright. So moving on. Oh, so the actual question only you are saying was different. The question was, in that previous case, it was not 2 by alpha, rather the question was something by root 5. So what is alpha? That was the question. In that case, alpha will be basically 2. Yes. Okay. Obviously, makes sense. Alright. So let's do this question. What is it saying? We want for which input combination does the current flow through the diode? I think that word diode is not mentioned, but the current flows through the diode. Now the current has to flow through the diode means what? The diode has to be forward bias. The diode has to be forward bias means this has to be higher voltage and this has to be 100% lower voltage. Is that making sense to you? Yeah, high and low, only then the diode will conduct electricity in the forward bias, else reverse bias it will block it. Now I'll tell you what, one thing, this entire arrangement, whatever you see, if this is A, this is A bar, this is B bar, this thing over here is A bar plus B bar, plus because this is a OR gate and there is a NOT over it, so this is whole bar. Using De Morgan's, this will be A bar and B bar. The whole bar will get separated, the plus will become a dot, so this will become A dot B, that means it is a AND gate. Now, if this has to be high, that means this has to be 1. When does the AND gate give you 1 as the output? The answer is when both the inputs are high. So, both A and B should be 1. So, that is only happening here, nowhere else. So, forget about other options. So, option A is right. But still, if you want to verify for the second part, guys, check this out. This is 1, 0. If this is 1, this is 0. 1 or 0 is 1, the NOT of it is basically a 0, which is exactly a low. This is exactly what you want. Alright. Yes, Rajeshwar Rao, like I said, if alpha by root 5 was asked, then the answer for alpha will be 2. But you got the solution. That is the point. Move on, guys. Don't freak out over, sir, this was asked, that was asked. Look at the method, look at the model, look at the pattern of the question paper. Come on. You guys are in 12th standard, you are 17, 18, 19 years old. Yeah, you know all this now. Alright, so moving on to, I think there was one more question over here. This kind of question, I think was asked yesterday also, if I am not wrong, in the second shift. And I think I gave this kind of question in a sure shot or carbon paper 3-4 days back as a homework question. Just 3-4 days back. That was the last question of our session. Similar question repeated, but here gamma is asked, there I had given gamma, that is the only difference. Yeah. Is that clear? So, let's see how do we solve this. First of all, the temperature of the gas becomes 4 times, volume decreases half times, find gamma. We all know TV raised to gamma minus 1 is basically a constant. So, therefore, I can say T1 by T2 will be V2 by V1, the whole raised to gamma minus 1. Now, the temperature of the gas becomes 4 times, so T2 will be 4 times of T1. The volume decreases half times, that means the new volume is half of the initial volume. So, this raised to gamma minus 1, flip it, 4 is basically 2 square, this goes on the top as 2 raised to gamma minus 1, compare the powers, 2 is equal to gamma minus 1, so gamma is equal to 2 plus 1, which is basically 3. So, option C is the right answer. Yeah, simple. So, in the actual question, I don't know whether it was something else, but if it was something else, then accordingly gamma will change. Okay, like somebody saying, sir, volume was given to be 8 times, so you change it. So, V2 will be 1 by 8th, so accordingly you will get the answer. Point is, do you understand the solution? Do you understand the model? Can you now figure out if similar question comes? Or if you are in the shift, you know if your actual values were so and so, how should you have solved it? Okay, right. So that was this particular question. Let's go to one more question, number 15. Yes, this particular question, let's have a look. A simple pendulum with some bob is in equilibrium in presence of the horizontal field. The tension in the thread is, this was a standard question even when you are being taught, or in basic normal tests also you get this kind of question. So there is that thread which makes some angle now, and there is this mass which also has the charge, so it experiences electric force of QE and gravitational force of mg. So the resultant of mg and QE will be like this. So the resultant of this mg and QE will be like this. It will be mg whole square plus QE whole square, whole thing under the root. That force will be now balanced by the tension. Yeah, so tension will basically balance this particular force. So tension will be root mg square plus QE square. So option B, directly you can tell it. Okay, so that was that particular question, and I think other questions are still getting typed. All right, this one more question was there, question number 17. Let's have a look at it. This question number 17. Okay, so basically two discs were given, masses were also given, and radius is also given. The common tangent, you have to find the moment of inertia. So in this problem, I feel the first thing one should do is figure out what is the general formula for moment of inertia when the axis is the tangential axis in the plane of the figure. So normally our moment of inertia for what is it? It is a disk, right? Is mr square by 2. So if I take this perpendicular axis, it becomes mr square by 2 by 2, mr square by 2 by 2, because these are perpendicular axis in general. So this becomes mr square by 4. Now, if you have the moment of inertia as mr square by 4 for a diameter, along the tangent you can use parallel axis theorem by shifting the axis. So it will become mr square by 4 plus your mr square. So it will become 5 by 4 mr square. So 5 by 4 mr square is the generic answer. Okay. Now, next thing, what is my board marks? Dharnish Bala, first of all, nobody asked me that question anywhere. Not even in any interview, nobody asked that question in any job, in any college. They chumma ask it just to see whether I have passed or not. But board marks, man, doesn't matter. But still I had got, yeah, PCM, I think it was more than 90% only, man. Yeah, English and other subjects were also there. So there I screwed up. So that's where my percentages went to then I think 85 or 86 overall. But other than that, yeah, physics, chemistry, maths was like 95, 98, that range only. Okay. So coming back over here, what is it? We have finding out the total moment of inertia. So that will be nothing but 5 by 4 m1 r1 square plus 5 by 4 m2 r2 square. m1 is given, m2 is given, r1 is given, r2 is given. Substitute and you will get the answer. Got it, everyone? Just have to substitute and you will get the answer, and the answer comes out to be 51 by 16 kg meter square. So this was the last question which I had. More questions, maybe one or two might be getting typed. If it comes, I will definitely come up over here. Now over here, this was a disk given, but if it was a sphere, then it is even more simpler, guys. Okay, if it was a sphere, then what will you do? Okay, somebody is saying, sir, it was a sphere. Then it is even more simpler. You don't have parallel axis and perpendicular axis there. Then just shift 2 by 5 mr square plus mr square. So it will just become 7 by 5 mr square. In that case, it will be nothing but m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square, and the whole thing multiplied by 7 by 5. Substitute everything and you will get the answer. Understood? For a sphere, moment of inertia at the center is 2 by 5 mr square. So shift it by mr square using parallel axis theorem. For a disk, at least that perpendicular theorem was needed. For solid sphere, it is even more simpler. Okay, cool. So it's time to now go to either chemistry, I think. or physics, sorry, maths. I will come back if I find some more questions. If it is just one question, then probably I'll give it to you in the PDF. Okay, cool. I'll see you guys in some.
Definitely not in the category of tough, right? No surprising questions were there, right? No surprising questions were there. Some of the questions are being repeated in shift 1 in 21st Jan shifts and 22nd Jan shift as well. Today also I can see from percentage calculation, KRS method, and today also I saw one question based on the percentage of AGI, right? Silver in AGI, that is being repeated, right? Okay, so those questions that you must see, right? So it'll be few, and you know, in organic chemistry they have asked very simple questions in this, like very simple. Like before this, the shifts that you had were still like better questions, but today some questions are very simple. 2 to 3 questions are very simple. And what I can see from 21st Jan shift as well, today shift as well, and in amines chapter they are asking you a lot of questions, right? Most of the questions are on amine chapter only, right? So that also you need to take care of, amines chapter. Okay, yes everybody, done? Shall we start? Tell me everyone, shall we start? So one thing here, I'll just delete the slides. Not delete, I'll just move to the question number what? Question number 8 we had, right? So let's start with question number 8 that we are having. A compound A with molecular formula C9H11NO reacts with Br2NaOH. Now, from this line only it is clear if it is reacting with Br2NaOH. That means it is showing Hoffman. Yesterday also they asked question on this, Hoffman bromomide degradation, right? That means it definitely should have amide group. Amide group is only present here. So these all options are automatically eliminated. Answer will be C. Can you see that? From just one line we can easily tell, but still we'll see further also. Exon reaction with NaOH, NaNO3 and HCl, that means diazotization. What it will be converted to? Yes, they give compound A. They are saying that compound A with this reacts with this to give compound X. So that compound X will be nothing. Here you will have aniline, that is NH2, and this will remain CH2, CH3 only. After that you react it with disonium chloride. This, you react it with this NaNO2 and HCl. It is going to give you disonium chloride, salt, and after that this is X, this is Y. Hydrolysis to give Y, which when Y is treated with CuCN, that is nothing but N2Cl will be converted to direct questions, guys, direct questions. Nothing big in this, right? Okay, the compound A, now they are saying that this, when you further followed by hydrolysis, if you do hydrolysis here, Cn will be converted to CON, COH. If in full hydrolysis, it will be converted to COH. And they are saying that even A on hydrolysis gives you COH. Yes, that is true. Everything is true here, right? So this also, going through all this, it is giving you COH. Here also it is directly also giving you COH. So that means we have answered it correctly. So answer will be C is the correct answer here, right? Next question, very simple question, very simple question, right? So which of the following statement is correct here? And I'm looking like you know, white, so white I'm looking so white, I'm hating it. I think now this is better, right? So which of the following statement is correct regarding the nature and directive influence of NO2 group? See, in nitration of benzene. So when you have nitration of benzene, NO2 group is attached. This NO2 group, if you see this here, this NO2 group is actually like this. N double bond O, this is O, this is positive, this is negative. Now we know that whenever you have a group that is attached to a pi bond with more electronegative element, then what we say, we directly say that this will show minus M effect. And minus M effect are meta directing in nature. So answer will be, and it is going to take out electrons from here. If you see, it will be like this. Okay, it will be like this. Wait a minute. It will be actually like this. This will go here and this will go here, right? So they are going to take electrons. So this is deactivating, right? So answer will be, it is deactivating and meta directing. So very, very simple, right? Within seconds, I to solved it and showed you what is the answer, but otherwise you can solve within 1-2 seconds. Consider the following sequence of the reaction, identify ABC. Again, very simple question of anions. Can you see from amines, they are asking you a lot of questions, right? So you have NaNO2, that doesn't mean you have to like not revise other things here. Amines, I told you before also that it is very important. But now I'll tell you one thing that maybe aldol condensation also they ask you, naming reactions and important reagent should be your main criteria here, right? They can fluctuate in upcoming shift as well, but one thing is for sure, if till now they are asking from major naming reactions, important reagents, they will ask further also from important naming reactions and reagents, right? So see, after this diazotization will happen, and after H3PO3 or H3PO2 or you have ethanol, it will be benzene. Then on benzene, you have electrophilic attack of bromine. So you will have Br here. So you have here N2Cl. This is benzene and this is C6H5. So answer will be B is the correct answer here, right? Okay. Yes. Okay. Now let's talk about this question here. This is also a simple question, but this is based on purification, qualitative, quantitative analysis. Now this maybe some of you will not be able to answer this because some of you have taken purification, qualitative, quantitative analysis very lightly. I told you I took a marathon where I took purification, qualitative, quantitative analysis, and I told you there I completed amines and qualitative, quantitative analysis together, and I told you there that this is majorly not, like students ignore this, but this is important. If you have gone through this chapter, then it will be easy. If you have never gone through this chapter, then it will be tough, right? So usually students skip this chapter. That is why I am telling that this maybe some of you will not be able to answer this. Ortho para nitrophenol can be differentiated by steam distillation. That is absolutely correct. Glycerol is separated by spent oil by distillation under reduced pressure. This is also your NCERT line. That is correct. So, distillation under reduced pressure is used here. Chromatography separation based on differential affinities. Chromatography separation that is based on differential affinities of the component. That is also true, right? Aniline is commonly separated from mixture of water by crystallization. That is not true, right? So, answer will be 1, 2, 3. This is completely theory based, okay? This is completely theory based. Exact these lines are from your NCERT. So from purification, if you do only NCERT, that will be enough for you. And my notes NCERT is only there, right? So the notes that I gave you, there all of these things are written there, right? Do you remember in Power Marathon I gave you one note, one big note. I have given you 500 pages it is. So that has everything, right? In a short form it has everything, right? Okay, yes. So, KH is constant with change in concentration. Now, they are saying KH is constant with change in concentration of gas till solution is dilute at given temperature. See, with temperature, KH varies, but with concentration, it does not vary. So, that is true. KH is not dependent upon the concentration. They are saying it is not changing, it is constant. That is true. According to Henry's law, partial pressure of gas in vapor phase is inversely proportional. See, partial pressure is equals to this KH into mole fraction. So they are directly proportional to each other. So that is why we can say this is also true. So both the statements are correct here. Okay, both the statements are no, wait, this they are saying it is inversely, na? Inversely it is directly proportional. They are saying it is inversely, so this is false, right? So statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is incorrect. Answer will be C is the correct answer here, right? Next question. Now this question, maybe some of you will find it like out of the box, but it is simple only. I'll tell you, it's not difficult, it is different. Okay, if you actually understand the concept, you will find it easy only. See, firstly they have given solution 1. They are saying that it's a first order reaction, that means rate is equals to K into A, right? Then they are saying solution 1 100 milliliters 10 molar, solution 2 200 milliliter 10 molar. Now see, we know that in first order reaction it is dependent upon the concentration, but nowhere it is dependent upon the volume. On volume it is not dependent. So that means for solution 1 and solution 2, concentration is same, so rate will also be same. So I can say R1 is equals to R2 because concentration is same. In solution 3, what is happening? You have 100 milliliter of 10 molar of A, 100 milliliter water, that is R3. Now see this thing here. Now identify this thing here. What you will see here, 100 milliliter of 10 molar, right? That is there. I'll call it as M1V1, right? Then molarity of this full solution, when you add extra 100 milliliter of water, and total volume will become 200, 100 plus 100 will become 200. So here volume is 100, here volume is 100, molarity is 10, and here it is M2 and this is 200. So what will have 0, 0, 0, 0 will cancel, M2 will be 5 here, right? So now what you will have here, M2 will be 5 here. So we can see if concentration is decreased, rate will also decrease. So that means R3 will be less than all of this. So R1 is equals to R2, which is greater than R3. So answer will be C is the correct answer here, right? Okay, tell me everyone if that is clear to all of you or not, right? Okay. Yes, everybody in the chat box, do let me know if that is clear to all of you or not, so that we can start. Yes. Okay. Tell me. Done? Okay. Now, this is a question again. I doubt it. I think either, because before also we solved one question on Bohr radius, Bohr energy. So, in one exam, 2 questions from Bohr model doesn't make any sense. So I think maybe one question is there in physics, maybe one question is there in chemistry, right? I think it should be like that, because in physics or chemistry they're asking you 2 questions on Bohr model. That I don't think so it will be there, or maybe only one question is asked, right? So if students are saying so, definitely there will be question, but I feel one in chemistry, one in physics should be there. So Bohr radius of hydrogen atom is this. Hydrogen atom means Z is equals to 1. Bohr radius, we don't know n value, so we know that radius is equals to 0.053, 0.0, if you write it in Armstrong, that will be 0.53, 0.53 n square by z. Wait a minute, let me just, in Armstrong we'll write 0.52, 53 you can write, right? This is n square by z, this is in Armstrong, okay? So now you have the value of radius, that is, that is given in meters here, right? So what you will do, you will convert it into meters only, right? Okay. So 10 raised to power minus 10 is nothing. If you write it, this will be Armstrong. So you can write 2.12 Armstrong here, right? So here what you will have, this is 2.12, this is 0.53, this is n square by z is 1 here. So after solving, this will be n square will be 2.12 by 0.53, that is approximately 4. So n is equals to 2 here, right? Now you need to solve the value of energy here. right? So energy here you need to solve it, minus 13.6 Z square by N square electron volt, then you will convert it into joules, right? This is Z is nothing but 1 square, N is 2 square. You will solve this value, minus 13.4, 13.6 by 4, then you will convert it into joules, right? Okay, so that will be your answer here, right? After converting into joules, the answer is coming out to be this much, right? It is same as, I think either that question or this question will be asked, but same kind of question they can't ask you, right? In two questions, same question is being asked. That's, I don't think so that is true, right? So let's see, this also is a very simple question. See, you have N, you have O negative, this is double bond O, it should be double bond O, this is coordination number O. So this is nothing but actually positive, this is O negative, right? Whenever oxygen has two bonds, it is neutral. Whenever oxygen having one bond, it is negative. Whenever nitrogen has three bonds, it is neutral. Whenever nitrogen has more than three bonds, it is positive. Now just write it down, very simple. This nitrogen has charge positive, so it is positive, positive. So these two are eliminated. This oxygen 1 has charge -1, so it is -1, -1. Then oxygen 2 means this has charge -1, this is 0, so this is eliminated. Answer will be B is the correct answer here, right? Okay. Next question, everyone. For this, the incorrect statement is P. For this, the incorrect statement is P. P is less reactive than benzyl chloride. Okay. So this, they are saying that this is P. This is called as P. P is less reactive than benzyl chloride. Benzyl chloride is this. See here what you have. Here you have what will happen because of the resonance. What will start happening? What will start happening because of resonance here? This will shift here, this will shift here. You will have, this is negative double bond C positive. Then this will shift here, this will shift here, right? Then you will have double bond C positive, double bond, this is negative. You can see this is ortho-para directing. Always whenever benzene is connected directly to a group which has wait a minute. Okay, yes, it will be like this, negative double bond C positive. Then you have, okay, 1, 2, 3, this will shift here, this will shift here. So first thing is, because it is developing partial negative charge, that is why this is going to be less reactive. Bromobenzene, halobenzene are always less reactive because their phenyl cation, even after when you react this, their phenyl cation that is formed is not stable. That is why this reaction is, this chlorobenzene is less reactive than benzyl, that is correct. Okay, then P, that means this Cl bond has partial double bond, that we can see partial double bond here, that is also correct. Cl is an ortho-para directing, yes, towards the electrophilic substitution, yes. On ortho and para position you have negative charge, that is also correct. So remaining P can undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction at normal condition. Yeah, that is incorrect because at normal condition it does not happen. Like Dow's process, it has drastic conditions, right? Even if either you should have drastic condition or you should have ortho-para substitution of electron withdrawing group, only then this reaction will occur, right? Then in the following reaction sequence, compound is what? So tell me, what is this compound? Oh my god, I can't believe such a simple question. Sometimes I am not able to believe my eyes only, right? Kolbe's reaction, right? Okay, yes, so answer will be salicylic acid is formed, right? Okay, so answer will be E is the correct answer. Next is, which of the following statement is correct regarding element having atomic number 79? Now this is what you need to think. Atomic number 79 is for Au. Actually it is copper, silver, gold. This is 3D, 4D, 5D series. It's firstly it belongs to group number 10. That is not true. It belongs to group number 11, right? This belongs to group number 11. So that is not true, right? It belongs to 5th period. Au belongs to not 5th period. This is 6th period, right? So this is also not true, right? Okay. So then you have its first ionization enthalpy is maximum in the group. That is true. Maximum you have Au, then you have Cu, then you have Ag. This is the order of first ionization enthalpy. If you remember in DNF block, I have taught you the order of first ionization enthalpy. Yes, the answer is A is the correct answer here. Right? Okay, this I would say you need to, I would not say it is difficult question, but still you need to know the data only, then you can answer this. So other questions were very simple and direct. This at least you should know the data, your remembering power should be good, only then you will be able to answer this. But again, I'll not consider it as a very tough question or something, right? Now, this may seem to be tough, but actually, let's see, I'll tell you that. An element from first transition series, that means 3D series, and another from third series, right? First 4D means 5D series. Other element is from 5D series, right? They are saying that same group, do not liberate Cu. Very nice question. See, 3D, you have copper here, because does not liberate hydrogen. Do you remember this exact line, right? This question, I don't know. Students are saying that this was in the exam, right? Okay. So, if you see this here, 3D series is a very nice question. 3D series, copper is the one which has positive electrode potential. That is why it is not able to liberate H2, right? So, copper is that. Now, they are saying that it belongs to the same group. Same group means copper, gold and silver. The two elements are copper and silver, right? Okay. So, copper and silver, I am saying copper and gold. Copper, silver and gold, and the two elements in the 5D series. See, here it is what? Copper, silver and gold. They are not talking about 4D series. They are talking about 5D series. They are talking about third transition series. That is, they are talking about 5D. Now, they are saying that both form halides, right? Both are forming halides here, right? Even Cu is forming halide here, right? Even gold is forming halide here, right? Okay. Now, which one will give you what? So, we know that Cl is a weak field ligand. So, here what will happen? Here pairing will take place. That pairing will not take place. No pairing. That is why if you see this here, x minus 4 is equals to minus 2. That is x is equals to plus 2. So, what you can see this here, what will happen? Copper plus 2 will be having 3d9 and 1 electron will jump there. So, easily you will have sp3. But in case of gold, this will cause pairing, because in 4D and 5D it doesn't matter whether you have weak field or strong field. It will always cause no pairing, right? Okay. So, it will not cause any pairing here. So, that is the reason it will be, sorry, it will cause pairing here. Pairing will be there. See, in 3D series, it depends whether you have a strong field or weak field ligand, but in 4D series, 5D series, it doesn't matter only. It doesn't matter, right? Okay? Yes. So, answer is sp3 and dsp2, right? Okay? Yes. So, next is sodium extract of organic compound. This is treated with chlorine, water and CCl4. which dissolves in organic solvent, produces a violet color upon treatment with AgNO2. ऐसे ही they have done this, right? I am telling you sodium extract is there. That means they are saying that you have an sodium extract is there. Then it is being reacted with treated with chlorine water and CCl4, which dissolves upon organic, produces violet color upon treatment with this. A yellow PPT is formed. Okay. Calculate the percentage of halide of the organic compound. Firstly, you need to understand which one will give yellow PPT. There is bright yellow, and white PPT. Tell me, which one will give? Let's see if you can answer this or not. Which one will give yellow PPT? Yellow PPT will be given by iodine. AgI they are talking about. Right? AgI they are talking about. So, if you see percentage of iodine will be, percentage of halide they are saying, weight of AgI by molar mass of AgI is same. Molar mass of I in this compound, weight of organic compound multiplied by 100. Right? So now when I solve this here, AgI weight will come out to be, wait a minute. Chalo. AgI weight will come out to be what? Iodine 108 is that. Wait a minute. $235. So it is 235. This is 107, right? This weight is given here to be, where is organic compound? This one is treated, sodium said organic compound of this is, organic compound is 0.1 and this is produced. That means this is the weight of AgI, that is 0.12, right? So just solve this and you will get your answer. Okay? 12, 127. Haan. Okay? Okay? So answer you will have here, right? Now for the reaction given below this, now this also is not a tough question, it's an easy one only, right? So what you do here, this reaction is given to you. They have asked you to find the value of Kp. Delta G formation of these two are given to you. So delta G of overall reaction is product minus reactant. Product is A. So A is 2 times here. So 2 into delta G of A minus delta G of A2. 2 into delta G of A is what? That is minus 50.384. This is minus delta G of A2 is minus 100. And these all are in kilojoules, right? Okay. So what you will do here, if you want to convert it into, if you want to put the value, so what you will do, you will find the value of delta G here. You will say delta G is equals to, delta G naught is equals to RT ln of Kp, right? If you are putting the value of R as 8.314, you have to convert this into joules. This will be in kilojoule, you will convert it into joules. When you convert it into joules, then you will put it here. Then only you can put the value of R as 8.314, right? If you convert it into joules, temperature is given to be 298 and this will be minus 2.303 RT log of Kp, right? Then this is delta G naught. put all the values and you will get your answer, right? Okay, so let me see what is the answer that you will get in the end. Wait a minute. Answer you will get is -7 of this, है ना? Answer I have not solved. Yes, so answer will be 0.31, right? So this you will get some -7, 730 or something you will get, right? 7, I'll just tell you what you will get here, -760 you will get here, right? 17680, right? You will get this here. You'll put this here. This is there, 8.314. This will be 298 Kelvin. Then take the antilog and you will get your answer here. Okay. Yes, everybody. Got it? Tell me. Done? And then asking ln not log. Acha, they are not asking ln. Acha, they are asking ln. Then to it is even easier. Then you will just write ln of kp. Then you need not calculate this. Delta G naught by RT. Now I'll just put the values. Delta G naught here, R here, T here. You will get your answer. Okay? Yes? Okay, bacha. Done. So that's it for today, and yes, now I'll see you all in the shift 2 of 22nd Jan in the evening. We'll see you all, and by that time you can have rest and also see important topics you can mark here. But see, those topics are that I told you before also, questions will be asked from there, and they are asking questions from there only. In some shift they are picking some important topic, right? It's not like I have given you 40 most important topics, right? So out of that, in one shift they are picking 25, in other shift they are picking another 25 topics. So this is how it is going, right? Okay, so I'll just see if I think physics and math is over, so just give me a second. I'll just check with the teachers. Okay guys, so it's done from physics and math side as well. I'll see you all today in the evening. Till then, bye bye, take care. See you all in the evening at 7 p.m. Bye bye, bye bye everyone.